We are joined by author Ashley Kraft
to discuss her recently published book, The Unofficial Universal Theme Parks Cookbook.
And talk a little Universal food.
This is episode 556 of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. It still says crazy getting to a 556
You did sound surprised when you read that out.
Because it's crazy. It's crazy we've been doing this thing for that long. I am, of course, here with Tracy.
Hello, everyone.
And Michelle.
Howdy, howdy.
And Chris.
Hey.
And our very special guest, who I reached out to this person. Well, I don't even need to bury the lead at this point because we've already introduced her, kind of. Ashley, who the author of the Universal Cookbook, I think it was last year, and it's took us this long to actually get on. But Ashley, I'm so happy you can finally join us on the podcast.
I'm super happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's good. It's like I say, we love talking about food on the podcast, and this is something different again to what we've talked about before, and it's interesting. I'm interested to delve into how you put something like this together.
First off, Ashley, can you tell our lovely listeners a little bit about yourself? Your connection to the theme parks and its food, and what led you to write this book?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Ashley Kraft, and I live in Minnesota in the United States, so not anywhere near a Universal theme park. But I've been a huge Universal fan, most of my life. I would say probably like many of your listeners, I gained a big appreciation for Universal with the Harry Potter acquisition, and I'm a major Potterhead. I'm a loyal Hufflepuff.
Yes,
me
too.
Got some fans out there. So I have just been, I've just adored the Wizarding Worlds, and then that kind of rolled into appreciating more and more of the fandoms surrounding Universal, specifically Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, the Minions franchise, as well as all the Illumination properties. So, that's kind of how I got started with my interest in Universal. I have a husband and 3 children, and they all love going to the parks with me as well.
Awesome.
I basically, so I can mention that I have some Disney published cookbooks, and so I've published 3 of those, and my publisher was interested in what other kind of things we could talk about, and I told them, well, I'm a huge Universal fan. It would be a dream to write a Universal book, and they said, let's do it. Let's make it happen. So
nice.
I was so fortunate to be able to convince my publisher to do this, and now it's out in the world.
Yeah.
And very grateful we are too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny. I was at a friend's house yesterday. I looked over in their kitchen, and they had the Disney cookbook.
Really?
Yeah, they're a Disney house. So, but they had that book there. I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny. So we know what house you are based off of which book you have.
Yeah. Chris, why are you friends with these people?
Oh no, I went yesterday to stop being friends with them.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
To break up with them.
You can buy all my books. That's fine. We're not going to judge that. No, that's fine.
So, Ashley, the book is very extensive with a lot of in-depth info about the menu items and how to create them. When did you start putting this book together, and how long did it take to get to publication? And did you come up with did any road bumps happen along the way?
Okay, so let me try and do
3-parter there.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, as soon as I started writing the Disney books, I had the idea that I hoped I would be able to do the Universal books as well. So once I started coming down to Orlando on the regular, I decided to add Universal to all of my research trips in hopes that I could one day write a Universal book. So I might be doing, a few days at the Disney parks, and then I would do a couple days at Universal. And this was before the idea of a book. I mean, before like a contract or anything had been signed.
Right.
So at this point, I was just trying the food. Like anytime I go to the theme parks, I try as much new foods as I can. I take a lot of photographs and a lot of notes. So I started doing that well before there was ever a contract signed for the book. So my I guess casual research started, I mean, probably several years ago, but the actual like timeline from, okay, we'd like you to actually write a universal book to having the research done or whatever was probably closer to like a year of going on trips to research and actively like putting together the book. So yeah, when I write a book, like I said, I'll go to the theme parks as many times as is necessary to get the information that I need, as well as I do a lot of internet research. So I want to see what people are Instagramming about. I want to see like what recipes people are buzzing about, because I want people to pick up this book and say, man, this has all the recipes I want.
Yes.
Like, I don't want people to go, what the heck is this? Like, it doesn't matter if the food is good if people have never heard of it.
Yeah.
That's not what this book is for. Like, there's dozens of cookbooks on the shelf at the store who have delicious food in them. That's not what this is. Like, obviously all the food is delicious, but it's supposed to be the food that you remember, that you're going back for. Like, that you're like, oh man, when I was at Universal, I loved A, B, and C. Oh my gosh, all three of those are in this book. Like, that's what I wanted. So that takes both on the ground research, talking to the team members who work there, talking to different guests when possible, asking like, what's the most commonly ordered thing here? And getting the real information in real time, trying to find out. So once I kind of compile all that, then I have to narrow it down to the actual recipes that are going to make the table of contents. So sometimes people say, oh, 75 or 100 recipes, like that's a lot. Like, it's not when you're talking a whole theme park industry. So,
yeah.
We're working on 4 parks here. This book includes 3 parks in Orlando and 1 in California. So it's a lot of information, which, I didn't even include City Walk or the resorts, which I could have. It was just too much. Like,
yes.
There was just so much. I really had the choice of anything, and just wanted to keep it to the parks for this one.
Yeah, because that's where part 2 comes in.
Yeah, that would be nice, right? To have a part 2, that would be really good. And as far as issues, we actually did have a major issue with this book that I have not encountered with any other books that I've written, and that was issues with the Harry Potter brand. So,
right.
Of course.
Yeah. So
shocker.
I don't even know the extent of it, which is kind of, I don't know. I mean, so I work for Adams Media, who is an imprint of Simon & Schuster, and Simon & Schuster is one of the big 5 publishers. It's a major publishing house. So obviously, like, I'm just a cog in the whole machine that is this huge publisher. And so I just got kind of bits and pieces of the information, but what it boiled down to was that they were worried about using the word butterbeer.
Right.
And because I don't know if this was just out of an abundance of caution or if something actually happened, but they never told me. So they said, we have to remove any recipe that has the word butterbeer in it. And that was 7 recipes. So
wow.
Those were like also the best. Like, everybody, obviously, if you're a Universal fan and you want to pick up that book, you want it to say butterbeer in it. And so I was so sad to have that happen, but I also knew it was more important to get the book on the shelf than to have it pulled later for legal issues. So, I said, you got to do what you got to do. We want this book to be out to the public, and if it has to have a few less recipes, then I guess that's what it's going to have to be. So that I've never encountered before, and it was really sad. But anytime people personally reach out to me and ask for my butterbeer recipe, I am more than happy to send it their way, and I do think it is the best copycat recipe I've ever encountered.
Okay.
So,
well, we shall talk.
Yes.
That's right. I know. Everybody find me on Instagram, Unofficial Taste Tester. Go ahead and send me a DM. I always answer.
That's the bait and hook right there.
That's the bait and hook. I know. I need to make it into like a cute graphic or something so I can send it. I just send people like this raw, like, Google Doc. So
yeah.
It's funny you mentioned earlier how it's not about the best foods that are in the park. It's just about the foods that kind of remind you of the park, which go along the lines of just the escapism, right? Like that's, people go there for escapism. And having this book, it's like me and my wife were looking at it, and she's, we have a couple marked off that we're going to be making. And it's one of those things where it's like, it just takes you back to the park. It takes you into the memory.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a good cook and it sucks, it still takes you back to the park. You're like, yeah, this is from this area in the park, and you're just there. It's escapism. It's another form of that.
Look, I have made the chicken and waffle sandwich from Fast Food Boulevard so many times since the first time we had it at Universal, and it probably doesn't taste anything like the ones in there, but I don't care.
No,
You can pretend.
yeah. But yeah, Ashley, I will trade you a recipe.
What do you have?
I have butterbeer fudge that is better than the park's butterbeer fudge.
I will vouch for that. It is far better than the stuff that's served in the parks.
It's my own recipe. I
want it.
I will send it your way.
I do have a butterbeer fudge that got cut from the book. And I used to make it for parties all the time because it was so popular. But I definitely want to give yours a try.
Yes.
That sounds awesome.
It is
I will
really,
send it your
really
way.
good.
I think we need these shared on our Instagram so the rest of us can have them too.
Well, privately, because this is a top secret recipe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, margarine ale fudge.
Well, it's like that. Is it Flying Cauldron butterscotch beer they call it? That
it's
crap we had.
vile.
It's not nice, and it doesn't taste anything like
so
butterbeer.
bad,
But
so bad.
yeah, it is, and it's so expensive. We actually bought it over here, and it was so expensive. Like it was about $6 a bottle,
At least.
and it was crazy, and it was not. It was not nice.
Yeah, I think it's like diet or something. Like I think it's low sugar, and so it tastes really bad. I'm like, I don't think the butterbeer at the park is low sugar.
No,
so
it
if you're
isn't.
trying to make it anything like that, then you're missing the mark here.
Yeah, we know from talking to people like Warner Brothers, and I don't know how much J.K. Rowling has her hands in the Wizarding World at Universal as much as she used to, because obviously now with the vegan butterbeer and stuff before, like it had to be served with the foam. You couldn't get it without. So if you were vegan, you couldn't have it at all because she would not let it be served without the foam. And now
Right.
I think the hands have loosened a little bit around it, but I think it's probably better that you didn't go down that route and just not even test the water, to be quite honest.
Well, it's just so interesting that she has such a strong control over butterbeer, but like you were able to use other Harry Potter words, honeydukes, 3 broomsticks. Like,
Yeah.
why is it
that's
butterbeer?
Strange.
I don't know. And I personally would have tried to avoid the term if possible. Like I could have called it something weird too. Like I could have said call it butterscotch ale or whatever, but my publisher really likes things to be exact. So they want that the recipes to look as similar to the ones in park as possible, and they want the exact name and all that kind of stuff. So
Fair enough.
I think that kind of was drawing the line. But if you know the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook, that's made by the same publisher. So they did go through those hoops, and I do believe that they have butterbeer named butterbeer in that book. So I'm not sure. Again, I don't know if something happened or something could have happened, but they didn't really give me more details.
Gotcha.
Yeah, best to be safe.
Yep. Well, for those who don't know, the book contains recipes for some of the most popular and famous dishes from Universal Orlando and Universal Hollywood, as Ashley just told us.
Yes.
So, Ashley, what was the first dish you started the book off with, and why?
So I think the first recipe that I ever made was the Big Pink Donut. And that was actually funny because I had bought I don't know, some smaller donuts or a pastry or something like that from the grocery store. And I had a bakery box that looked like the kind of box that they made the donut in, or served the donut in at Universal. And I was like, oh gosh, I should make the huge Homer donut and put it in this box and then take some pictures of it. I'm like, this is a great opportunity. It was so weird, just random. And again, this was years before I actually made the book. It was just something I was tinkering with. And I did it and it turned out awesome. And so I was like, yeah, this is great. And kind of kept on from there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Big Pink was the first Universal food that I made.
You haven't had that, have you? Look at it, it's contentious.
No.
It's a bone of contention in our house because the only time we've ever bought it, Tracy never got any.
Oh no!
I mean, the kids ate it all.
Yeah, I wasn't hungry at the time, but they couldn't save me any, so now I don't share anything.
It was all right.
I have to ask you, Ashley, what is your background? Like, how do you know how to cook, and how do you know how to make something like the Big Pink donut? Because I wouldn't even know where to start.
So that's kind of the funny part, is that I don't have a culinary background, like, at all. So I just tell people, if you have a dream, you can do it no matter what. I'm just a home taught chef, so I've always been interested in cooking. So I guess I started experimenting with food and stuff in college, and always really liked putting recipes together and putting meals together. And starting in 2017, I started a blog that was called Ashley Crafted, and so that was like just an outlet that I put all different kinds of theme park information. So I did like tips and tricks and, what to pack or things like that. But then I also added a couple original recipes that I had made, and those were by far the most popular things on my site. So I was like, wow, people are really looking for this and not so much this other information from me. So that was when I decided, like, okay, I should put more recipes on. And then I had the idea to make a cookbook, a traditionally published cookbook. And of course, I started with the Disney cookbook and got my partnership with Adams Media, which then led to the Universal book. So
that's pretty impressive. That
well,
you have no training in cooking. You just did this all on your own. And wow, yeah, that's
I just always
cool.
say, people come to me all the time and say, like, oh, can I make things from this book? Like, I don't know how to cook. I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. I try to make these recipes as easy and as accessible as possible. And I don't think cooking should be hard, and I don't think you should need expensive equipment or fancy training. I think any random home cook should be able to make these items, and that's the expertise that I have.
I'm sure the chefs at Universal would disagree with that, but
oh, totally. And that's the thing, right? Like, I'm trying to.
Yes.
It's sort of like how people would take like a runway fashion item and then make it so you can wear it at home. It's like, it's not going to be as good, and it's not going to be made out of the same materials, but it's still going to have that same essence.
Yes.
And that's what I'm going for. I would rather make a recipe that you will make rather than something be perfect, if that makes sense. Because I think it's more important for people to get this food on their table. And, I do think these recipes are good. I tested all of them, and they're, I think that they're very good. But obviously they're not made by these head chefs.
Of course. Because I know they released quite a few during COVID, didn't they? They came out on the Discover Universal blog, and they released some. The only one that really sticks in my mind is the Big Apple cheese, because I adore the Big Apple cheese from Today Cafe, and I know they released that one. Before. Yes, I love it. So I know they released like half a dozen or maybe even more during the pandemic. I guess I couldn't tell you specifically what they were, and they're obviously like official recipes, but I mean, the food is such a huge part of going. I mean, what an excuse. I'm going to start using that excuse. I'm just going to eat at every restaurant because I might do a book in 10 years' time. Who knows? Yeah.
We call them research
trips.
Yeah. If you think I'm not writing all this off on my taxes.
Ashley, I own a travel agency. They are very much research trips.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They totally are. It's not a joke. I take research assistants with me. I have equipment. Wow. It's all very serious. Yes.
Yep.
Lee, we have to incorporate this podcast.
Absolutely.
So I can start taking research trips.
It's that thing like we talk about on the podcast. So like, because we don't get to go very often, we end up gravitating to eating at the same places a lot because you don't want to take that risk of going somewhere you haven't been and the food not being that good. So there's still tons of places around the parks that we haven't eaten, and which we do plan to put right at some point. But is there anywhere at Universal that you haven't eaten at this point then in the parks, Ashley?
Oh, sure. I mean, definitely. I have eaten at most places by now. But yeah, it is hard because you do want to go to the same kind of places. So it's hard. Like, for for example, I love Mythos. I think Mythos is the best. I love the food there, and I think the theming is beautiful, and I think it's super affordable compared to other theme park restaurants. And so I love eating at Mythos, but that's kind of takes away from other opportunities. So I feel like I've never eaten at that Marvel or comic strip cafe or whatever it's called. I've never eaten there.
You're not missing much.
What?
You're not missing
the
much.
comic strip cafe, that's where they have the ramen now.
No, I think actually we talk about Captain America. We talk about comic strip cafe or Captain American Diner.
The comic strip cafe.
Yeah, no, they've got good food there now.
All right.
Well, I've heard very mixed reviews about it, but I would like to try it myself because I think it's only fair to get my personal opinion as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's more places to visit, but I do like to try something new every time if I can. Like I know a lot of people like to get a butterbeer every time they go, and I love a butterbeer, but like I said, I love my home recipe as well. So I don't have to basically waste the money or the time to get one if I can try something new. So
yeah, that's a good point. Because I had a fishy green ale for the first time last time we were there. Thank you, Grace. It was really good.
It's so good. I love that. I recommend that all the time. So yeah, I think people might not reach for it, and if they don't, then they'll never get to experience it. Exactly. And that's kind of the beauty of the book too, is that if you like something at home, maybe you'll go try it at the parks as well.
Yes.
And it gives you more opportunity to try something rather than your short, dedicated time that you have in the parks.
Because the story behind a fishy green ale, I went to get one like 2015, and the team member actually talked me out of getting it. And Grace, one of our listeners, she said it's been a bugbear of hers since that time. She's like, I'm desperate to buy you one because you need to try it So we ended up spending the day with her when we were over in December, and she bought me one, and it was so good. I really liked it.
It was good.
It was.
Mm-hmm. It was. I enjoyed it.
It sounds disgusting. It kind of looks a bit off.
I don't think I could drink a whole one because
it was really good.
Rich.
I have to ask Ashley while we're talking about butterbeer, which is your favourite frozen or regular?
Hot frozen.
My preference is regular chilled. So I'm sorry. I bought the hot, and I actually like the first few sips of the hot, but as soon as it cools off, I feel like it tastes weird. It's like if I drank the whole thing while it was still piping hot, but I think I let it cool off too far. And the frozen is good. I just, if you drink it really quickly, then it just kind of gets icy. So yeah, I just like the regular chilled is my favorite.
Yeah, we know you don't like any of them. They got rid of your favorites.
They did. Pumpkin juice in the bottle. Disgusting. Bring it back.
That's good too. That's really good.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Right. Well, we're going to take a quick break because if you want to go and try all these food and recipes, you've got to book a trip to Universal. So we're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Man, we need a vacation.
Oh, I got this.
Whoa, that's awesome. But I was thinking something a little more adventurous.
Okay, how about this?
Yes! Woo! And how about some relaxation from Mama?
Oh, perfect. How did you do that?
Easy. Portkey Vacations.
For your next vacation, let Portkey Vacations take away all the guesswork and stress of planning. From air and hotel to theme park tickets and everything else in between, they've got you covered. Just visit PortkeyVacations.com and touch the Portkey to get started with your free, no-obligation quote request. With just one touch, and Portkey Vacations will magically take you wherever you want to go.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We are here with Ashley Craft talking about the Unofficial Universal Theme Parks Cookbook. It's really interesting to delve into the work that that you've put into a book like this, because it's not a small amount of work.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a lot of work.
As we said earlier, there are a ton of items in the book, so much work. But how did you choose these dishes? Was there anything other than butterbeer that you wanted to add that didn't make the cut?
So like I talked about earlier,
Yeah.
I do a lot of research to figure out what are the most popular items and try to narrow that down. I'm trying to think of stuff that didn't make the cut. One thing that is difficult to produce in a book like this is like items that you can't make at home. Like if there was like a specialty apple or something like that has like a chocolate piece that has a decal on it or whatever, that's not really something that's accessible to you, the people at home. So sometimes it might be something that's popular, but it's not something that's going to work out for a cookbook like this. So I'm trying to think of like a specific example, and I'm not sure, but you just want to make sure that everything is accessible to the home cook and doesn't require like a crazy amount of equipment or specialty items. So that's kind of what it boiled down to in the end.
Okay. I mean, I've got a quick question just popped there. I know with having Shelby on from Universal Orlando Vegans recently, and Kelly, a friend of ours who is very dairy-free, are there many recipes in there that would be accessible to someone who has dietary restrictions then, Ashley?
Yes, I think that there are. But the wonderful thing about having a cookbook in your hand is that if you have dietary restrictions, then you can do substitutions at home.
That's a great point.
And, I've had so many people reach out to me and just thank me for making these books so that they do have the accessibility to look at the rest at the like ingredients. And they have, I mean, these people who have dietary restrictions or lifestyle restrictions are used to subbing those kind of things out.
Yes.
And are super happy to be able to try these things for the first time because they possibly have never gotten the opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for the vegan butterbeer. I think that was a long time coming, like we already discussed, and unfortunately that came out after the book had been made, so it's not in here. But hopefully the people who are making it at home, they can just not put the foam on the top, or can use a non-dairy cream on the foam, so you can make it vegan at home really easily. So I think that's great. But yeah, there's definitely many recipes in here that either are already allergy friendly or could be made allergy friendly.
Yeah, I never even considered the fact that you've got the recipe there in front of you. You can just switch things out. I think the foam on the vegan butterbeer is dairy free as well, isn't it? Because Kelly can have it now.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah.
So yeah, a question I'm sure everyone is thinking is, how did you get the recipes for the items in the book, or how did you come up with them?
Yeah, I made them all from my own head. So basically, it just takes a lot of trial and error. I try to take as many notes and photographs as possible when I'm in the park, so that I can get that flavor profile information down while I'm there. Also, just looking at a lot of stuff online, like watching videos of people tasting things. So just trying to get as many different perspectives of the same item as possible. And then from there, basically what I will do is I will find like a base recipe for something, like the spanakopita dip from Mythos. Okay, so I might find a recipe for like a basic like Greek dip or something like that on the internet, and then continue to tweak it until it gets to the point that it's the same as the one at Mythos. So trying to match the flavor profile, the look, the toppings, the garnishes, anything like that, and just trying to work until it gets to that point. As this is my fourth book that I've written, and so I think I've honed the process a lot better at this point. But usually when I make something for the first time, I will try to make as many variations of the item as possible at the same time. So like, for example, if I was making like a cupcake or something, then I might make, a whole pan of cupcakes, and then I would do different types of buttercream, like for the frosting on each different cupcake, to try and get like the color and the flavor and everything correct, rather than like making all the cupcakes the same and then scrapping it and then having to make another batch. Does that make sense? So
yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah, so like I try to do multiple variations of the item at once and then pick which ones are the best match and keep like going from there until it turns out the way I want it to be.
Going along those lines, I am curious because you kind of hinted at it, but how many times you have to make something, right? So the cupcake is an easy one for you because you can make multiple ones, but something like, let's say, like the tomato soup, something like that where you just got to make a batch of it and that's it. How many times do you, on average, kind of have to keep on going back and make a whole batch and another batch and another batch?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not too many. Like sometimes I do have to make things several times, but even with the tomato soup, I feel like I would separate it into separate pots, like from an early stage, and then season them differently. So I really do try to not waste extra ingredients if I don't have to, and like try and have as many variations in once as possible. So that's something that I've gotten a lot better at. And when I first started, it really was like, I wrecked it, like this isn't right at all, and then I have to start over again. So I think my new system is a lot better.
I'd be taking little specimen jars with me for like anything like the soup. You can just scoop a little, go to Mythos, order it, scoop a little bit out that goes home with me. So I've got something to compare it to. There we go. And I go home with like...
I don't do that with that kind of food item, but I really do. Like I will order one of everything in the bakery, like counter.
Oh my goodness.
And take them all home with me. So like I can study them at home. So I really do that. Like I'll bring a bag or whatever to bring all that home with me. And I know you're joking, but I'm not.
Wow, your husband and children must. I wish I were in your
family.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly. Like a taste tester.
Yes.
My kids don't even know how good they have it. They're just like, oh, we have to go back to Universal again. They're seriously the worst. Like
Mommy's working. We got a research trip.
I know, and I'm going to Florida by myself next week. So I'm speaking at a conference, and they were like mad about it. And I'm like, guys, every time we go, you're like, oh, we don't want to go. And now when I'm going by myself, they're like, how could you not take us? I'm like, I can't win. I cannot win.
That's when you know you've got them in the right spot. Because they whinge when they're going, but when they're not, you're like, you really do want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm taking them for 2 weeks in August. So I'm like trying to get them excited for it because we've never stayed that long before. So I'm like trying to get them pumped up for it.
Yeah. I can't imagine how much work then. How many items are there in the book, Ashley? Do you know?
Well, it says 75 plus, but I'm pretty sure it's 100 minus 7 because they just took out the butterbeer ones.
Wow.
So all my other books have 100 recipes. The drinks book has 130. So it's a lot of recipes. It's a lot of work.
That is a hell of a lot of work then. If you're having to taste, like make things, because there's nothing to say that, like, it's that thing of anything. Like, you might make a batch of something and hit it perfect that first time. Mm-hmm. But then another time it might take you 6, 7, 8. And it's just like, I would not even have the patience.
Oh, I know. That's why you don't cook.
to even consider doing that.
Do you have one in particular that was like really hard for you to figure out?
Well, there was one that I was like particularly worried about, and it's the roasted pernil. It's the like roasted pork from what's that place called? Jurassic.
Isn't it Thunder Falls Terrace?
Thunder Falls.
Yeah, Thunder Falls Terrace. So that one, when I went to do a research trip, I went with my sister-in-law who is from Puerto Rico. And she was like, oh, roasted pernil is a Puerto Rican dish. And I was like, oh, well, tell me about it. And she was like, well, it's, and you can read this in the intro to this recipe, because again, all these stories are just like stuff that I personally have learned, like from my life. So what it says is that it's served for special occasions like birthdays, and it's made and slow roasted for loved ones. So she said, like, it's made all day, and it's just like, it's supposed to be this very tender dish that you would make for a loved one on a special occasion, and not rush. Like, you're supposed to really take your time. And I was like, that story really struck me. Like, I thought that was really beautiful, and I didn't want this to be something that was just like, okay, slap it together. Like, so I took her recipe that she used with her family and tried to adapt it. And I mean, it takes a long time. It takes 6 hours to bake. And,
Wow, it does take a while.
Yeah, so it's like I really wanted to imbue that love and care into the stitch that people might not realize, like what the story was behind that, I guess.
Yeah. I love those little facts that are in front of them all.
Yeah, it makes it more than a recipe book at that point.
Yeah.
Did you sit like a traditional Puerto Rican next to it and drink beer all day while it's cooking? Because that's typically how we do it.
Yeah.
There's the pig watcher, which is basically the guy or girl who defends the pig from everybody else coming and picking at it while it's cooking.
Well, I didn't do that, but I'll remember that for next time.
Yeah.
That experience, Chris.
Try and hire someone.
Chris, were you ever the pig watcher?
Yeah.
No, I was the one that would fight the pig watcher.
You were the pig picker.
I want some pig.
Yeah.
Yep.
The pig picker.
I have my beer back in the house.
I mean, there's so many variations of this book you could do. Like, I'd love to see, and I'm not saying I want this or crack the whip, but like a Horror Nights one, taking some of the most popular dishes from Horror Nights would be because that would sell a crap
and guess
ton.
who's never been to Horror Nights?
What?
This girl.
Right, we're working
that
on
needs to change.
Yeah.
It's because I'm too scared.
No.
Hey, it's research.
Michelle.
Listen, it's research, and I'm telling you right now, that book would sell more than
really
any of your other books ever had.
I love how we shame people for not going to Horror Nights. It's not even like, oh, you should go. Like, no, why have you not gone?
I never thought about it because I swear the last couple of years I've been like, I need to go for research, and I'm just like, I need to bring like a bodyguard, like I need I need someone to fight off the bad guys, or I need a badge that says like,
we will be your bodyguard.
Like, don't talk to me. I don't think I would go in any of the houses, and I'm scared of all the people walking around on the street, but the food looks killer.
Yeah.
So I even think I'm going to be in California this Halloween, so I could probably do both coasts if I wanted to.
Hey, we volunteer. We volunteer for bodyguard.
Yeah.
Bodyguard duty. Yes. And my husband, like, he's not scared of that stuff, so he's like, I'll go. Like, I'm not worried about it. But
absolutely.
Like, I've never been in a haunted house or anything, and I don't watch scary movies, so like, oh boy.
It has such a huge cult following. Yeah. Everybody would buy that book.
Yeah, they would.
And I watch it all on social media. I even go on YouTube and I watch like all the stuff because I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Like as a Universal fan, this is big. Like I know it's big, but it just like scares the crap out of me from home on my computer. So.
Yeah. Well, to put it into perspective, Brian and Laura from the Universal Family Podcast, they've never been, and they had Tracy and I on their podcast to convince them to go, and they're going this year for the first time because they're going to be there the same time we are, and I can't wait because Brian hates haunted houses. I cannot wait to see what he's like.
So see, Ashley just needs to join in on that night, and we'll just make it a big,
We love adding people that are terrified.
Oh yeah,
and it wasn't that long ago that Michelle wouldn't open her eyes at a haunted house.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't that
I didn't
long ago.
watch horror movies and didn't open my eyes through the houses. Now I walk through proudly and watch all the horror movies as I fall asleep at night.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And she doesn't have to cover her ears and go la 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 la.
No.
We took our youngest the first time. She was 11. How old's Chrissa, Michelle?
She's now almost 12.
When she was
so when she went,
11.
she was 10 the first time.
Okay. Yeah. A 10-year-old can do it. You can do it.
Well,
no pressure.
I don't think he would do it, but
we took a 10-month-old. I mean, if that counts.
I don't think that counts.
There's also bad parenting on my sister's side.
I'm not going to say anything, but
oh yeah, it's fine. We got the list.
I mean, we could just put earplugs on her, earmuffs on Ashley, and put her in like a baby backpack and just carry her through the house.
Well, you don't need to. You just shove her in between two of us and then just block them off.
Like I said, I don't even have to go in the houses because they don't have food in there as far as I know.
Nope, they don't.
I just need to get to the food booths. That's the important part. So, as long as I can, maybe I can bring my own bat in and just swing it at people. Like, if they can carry bats around, I can.
Yeah. But it's true what Michelle said.
Until you get kicked out.
That book would sell a fortune.
Yes.
It really would. Horror Nights.
It really would.
Horror
I'm
Nights
not even
food
kidding.
is massive now. It really has become. Since that first year of Stranger Things, when they started doing proper themed food has become a huge part of Horror Nights, and it would sell a crap ton of books.
Especially
Well, I mean, that record they put out, it sells in like what, a matter of hours?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, because I'm always up for new books, and I love hearing what people want, and I always take that information to my publisher and say, hey, the people want this, and then see if they're ready to greenlight it.
Yeah.
The people want it.
And and to be honest, if there wasn't enough recipes, you could always do the 3 holidays.
Oh
Do
yeah.
a 3-part book, and then you've got the bulk of the book.
I am doing a book like that for, the park that shall not be named, and I think that that's going to be a great seller. So
Yes.
I do think that would be really great to do. I mean, not even just the big holidays, but you could also do any type of celebration throughout the year that they might have food available.
So on the question on that, on the other books that you've done, have any of the recipes been based off of seasonal events, right? So like a Food and Wine, where you have a dish that is there only for 2 months and that's it. It's gone forever. Like, if you've done that, is it more difficult, right? Because you can go a couple times a year and try the same thing and perfect it, right? But when you're on that time limit of 2 months, you really got to get it in.
Yeah. So I have a whole book that's the Epcot cookbook, and it has a lot of festival foods in it. And I did go to Epcot a record amount of times that year because I needed to be getting that in. But I think that's what's so great about things living on the internet forever is that if there was something that I missed or something that I didn't remember exactly or needed more information on, you can find this kind of stuff online or on YouTube or on TikTok.
Yes.
Like, people are always posting these kind of things and posting about it. And I love to hear what people have to say about it. So that's, I think, my biggest resource is just going out and outsourcing that to the social medias and seeing what other people have to say about it.
Yeah.
Pizza fries needs to be the first thing on that book. I will guarantee you that's the thing you need to start the Horror Nights book with, pizza fries.
Oh, I know it. I know all about the pizza fries. So
In fact, isn't that the title?
Might just call just put that. You would sell that book
Pizza
just
fries
with pizza fries in it
and
alone.
some other stuff. There's a title.
It's like you say, we've said it all the way through. This food is massive, especially at Universal, and it just keeps ramping up year after year after year.
Yeah, they've definitely been embraced in the last few years.
Yeah, it could still improve quite a lot. It'll be interesting, again, like looking at what's coming, what Minion Cafe will be like.
Well, some things hit, some things miss.
Because I'm assuming you've been out to Hollywood quite a bit then to test the stuff out that you've put in the book from there.
Yes, and I was going to say that I haven't been out to Super Nintendo World yet, but I'm planning to go in the fall. But I do have a friend who lives in LA, and she went and did some research for me, and I had her buy all the food and taste it and make notes and video call me and everything. And I really think that the Toadstool Cafe and stuff has been hitting really great with people.
Yes.
I did a whole series of the flavored sodas, the flavored cream sodas on my Instagram and my TikTok, and those were really popular. So I think that they are getting more and more honed into what people want, especially out of the themed food.
Yes. I mean, I don't know how it compares to the one in Japan, but if you look
I'll tell you.
Canopy, all right, whatever. Canopio's cafe out there compared to the one in Hollywood, but the theme just alone is so cool, and that's why I say I just like looking at the Minion Cafe in Hollywood. It's the food's kind of It doesn't. There's not a lot of theming behind it. And I hope the one in Orlando has a bit more to it than that one does.
We'll see soon.
Hopefully, very soon.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
So I can't believe I'm saying, and finally, it seems like we've only been talking a couple of minutes. So Ashley, what are your favourite food items from Universal Hollywood and Universal Studios Florida and Volcano Bay and Adventure and City Walk?
I haven't just flung them on her at this point. I messaged them yesterday, so I had time to think.
I mean, I can still hit him if you want me to.
I've got a little list ready. So
awesome.
I tried to say some things that were maybe off the beaten path.
Okay.
So just in case because I do like the things that everybody likes. I like the butter beer. I like the, that kind of stuff. But I also think it's fun to try new places and new things. So it's funny that we should roll right into this because I was going to say Universal Studios Hollywood. I do like Minions Cafe. And I think that the pulled pork grilled cheese is really good because I think it really hits the spot. It does not have good theming, but it's really tasty, and I think it's great if you need a little carbo boost on a long park day. I also love Mummy Eats and their Korean corn dog down in the lower lot. That's super good. Korean corn dogs have panko breadcrumbs on the outside and a dusting of sugar. And so they are really crispy and a little sweet. So they're really good.
Tracy's going to brag now because she's going to Korea in a month's time for 3 months. So I'm sure she'll be eating a crap ton of them.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to eat everything.
Wow. 3 months. Dang.
Yeah.
And she keeps rubbing it in. That's what the dig before, because she's potentially going over to Universal Japan while she's there.
Wow.
So yes.
Well, I have been planning that trip forever, and I was going to go during the pandemic, and it didn't happen. So we went to Scotland instead. So I've just been kind of pushed back on it, but hopefully in the next year or so I can get out there.
Scotland, Japan, they both eat weird food, so it's fine.
And you can't necessarily understand either of them either.
That's true.
Scotland was amazing. I know that it's not like that exotic for you guys, but for us it really is. So
we love it.
Okay, and then Universal Studios Florida. I love the Central Park crepes.
Yes.
Especially a savory crepe. I think that a savory crepe has got all the good things because it's got that kind of sweet wrapping, but it's got meat or cheeses in the inside, and you can get, they have a lot of seasonal stuff. So I think it's really fun to always see what they're cooking up that day, and they make it fresh. Usually the line is heinously long, but worth the wait if you really want one. Also, a hot tip, if you do want a butterbeer, I think the best place to get it is Leaky Cauldron. It's usually not hard to get a seat in there, and it is hard to get a butterbeer in Hogsmeade. So I would say if butterbeer is on your list, try to get it from Leaky Cauldron.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just blowing through these, so don't worry about it. Okay, next, Islands of Adventure. I already told you Mythos is my love, and the last several times I've gone, I've gotten the whatever the seasonal ravioli is.
Ooh.
And that is so good. I just love it. Also, it was amazing. Have you guys been to Mythos?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Last year.
So we were seated at one of the tables that were like on the outer wall, and we had like a window, and it had like a scooped out spot in it, and my kids literally sat in the window. And they were like playing like they were in a playhouse, but like just sat nicely there. And I was like, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, it was so nice. They were like just quietly sitting and chatting with each other. I was eating this seasonal ravioli. I'm
wow.
Like, this is the best.
Yeah, Tracy's very happy that the fork, knife, and spoon grilled cheese is in your recipe book because she had that when we went over in September and was like, this is the best thing I have ever eaten.
And just FYI, I will be making that tonight for dinner and putting it on our TikTok.
Cool.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, you fell in love with that thing,
I
didn't
love
you?
that one.
That's my dying wish meal.
That's the last thing I had at Mythos too.
Yep.
You weren't
as soon as
that
I get off
impressed with
this
it, though, were you?
podcast, my family is out there waiting for me to cook.
Well, I'll keep going then. So Volcano Bay, I think that they have such wonderful island flavors. I really love the coconut crusted fried chicken at Cahola Reef. It is like not what you would expect. Like when I ordered it, I thought it was going to be like a coconut crusted shrimp that has like really flaky like coconut all over it, but it's a fine ground coconut that is in the batter, so it just has a very light coconut flavor rather than the coconut texture.
Okay.
So I thought that was really cool the way that they I guess engineered that to maybe fit more people's palates, because I think some people don't like that chunky coconut texture, but like that islandy flavor. So I think that that's a fun one. And then City Walk, I have to throw it over to Voodoo Donut. My husband is from Portland, Oregon, and Voodoo Donut is from Portland, Oregon. So I have visited Portland original Voodoo Donuts for, a really long time.
Awesome.
And it's always great to get the maple bacon bar from there.
Still not had that one.
My favorite thing.
Cool. It's
Awesome.
so like to narrow it down is so hard.
Yeah.
There's so much there. Like we're huge fans of the Today Cafe. We spend far too much time in there.
Oh, it's so underrated too.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, I totally would. I love getting a breakfast there because it's right in front of the
Yes.
right there when you walk in. So it's a great place to grab a breakfast. They have such great things. I put a lot of those breakfast items in the book because
I saw that.
The parks are a little skimpy on the breakfast, so I had to have to go hard on the ones that do serve it.
And it's like if you ever want to find Chris and he's eating, he'll be in Cowfish.
Yeah.
Michelle, I don't actually know where your go-to place is.
Cowfish.
Including the parks as well.
Yes.
Just
Where's mine?
Cowfish is probably the one place
Cowfish.
that I think of every time I go to Universal to make a reservation because I love their cheeseburger.
It was good. I had the All-American cheeseburger when we were there in September, and it was so good.
It's so good.
That's my go-to item as well.
I just have to stop eating the entire
Yeah, we know.
giant platter to myself because,
Twice you've had it.
yeah,
I know.
it's so good.
I do like Cowfish. There's not a bad choice, I don't think, anywhere. I think, again, a lot of the restaurants, it can be hit and miss depending on when you go there, but I don't think any of them are a bad choice apart from Margaritaville.
I need Ashley. Okay, we got a bucket list here for you now. We need the HHN cookbook. We need the City Walk and Resorts cookbook because I need you to go to Royal Pacific and for breakfast at Islands and do the
macadamia pancakes. Yes,
pancakes. Hang on, with a side of breakfast potatoes, Michelle. Do not forget them.
I know. She needs to go on a research trip.
Guys, she's here for an interview, not a job interview. Come on.
This is how we roll.
Snap.
I love it. I said, this is great. I want to know. You guys are the experts. So
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, okay.
That's the rumor.
So much.
Expert in what? We're still figuring that out.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's true.
Just because we can talk about it every week does not make us experts, trust me.
I'm happy to send you pictures on my journeys, Ashley, of food and say, I need you to recreate this.
Please do. You have my email. Go ahead and shoot me anything. I have tons of folders of pictures. I would love to have more.
Yes.
And don't forget, there'll be an epic expansion book.
Yes, because
of
course. Yes.
There'll be a lot of food in there.
I imagine
with the hotel as well.
She's going to be a very busy lady.
I know.
I mean, to be fair, but that's a good thing for me. If
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I would be very blessed if I got to write lots more Universal cookbooks.
Because you're not having to think about the next one coming. They're already kind of there, ready, waiting for you to do them in the future. That's perfect.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Ashley, it's been a blast having you on.
thoroughly
It's been
enjoyed this.
really good. I'm glad we
starving.
finally got it to work. Yeah, talking food at this time of night is not a good thing.
I know, I'm starving.
But Ashley has kindly provided us with a copy of the book to give away.
Yes.
So, Chris, seeing as though you have the book at your house, why don't you let everyone know how they can win a copy?
I sure can. So to be in with the chance of winning this hardcover copy of Universal Theme Park Recipes, just email us at podcast@uuopodcast.com and let us know what is your favorite food item at the parks and title the email Cookbook Giveaway.
Yeah.
Cookbook, one word.
It doesn't really matter. I think
No?
I won't. If it's cookbook, I'm not going to discard that one.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I don't know how to filter emails. I'm not that clever.
Just write anything on the title and then also put Cookbook Giveaway.
Just put cookbook. That'll do.
Cookbook, 2 words, disqualified.
Again, Ashley, I would give you a chance for people who want to go and buy the book. Where can they find it?
Okay, so basically anywhere you purchase books, you can get it. If you live in the United States, and I believe anywhere, Amazon is usually the highest retailer for it, but it is currently being sold at Costco and Sam's Club in the United States, as well as Target and Walmart.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yep, so it is on shelves right now. So if you need the copy today, you can probably walk out to your local stores and get it. Of course, Barnes & Noble, your local bookstore probably have it as well. So it's easy to get. And as I mentioned earlier, you can follow me on Instagram at Unofficial Taste Tester. and I always have great food content there.
Awesome. Who doesn't want great food content?
Exactly.
And awesome pictures too that make you
Yes.
hungry.
My last reel was processing my own maple syrup from my own backyard.
Wow.
What could be
Wow.
better than that?
Wow.
That's amazing.
Seriously impressed.
Right, Michelle needs to go and put some stuff on our TikTok. So that is going to wrap.
Not as fancy as it sounds.
No.
But, no.
Ashley, again, it's been awesome. Thank you so much. And that's going to wrap up the podcast. And that means it's time for a Universal Is. And we have asked Ashley, our guest, to be part of this week's. But of course, don't forget, if you want to get involved, all you've got to do is let us know what you think Universal is in 3 words or less and send them to us. That same email you're sending your cookbook giveaway
One
emails
word.
into, that is podcast@uuopodcast.com. But for this episode, Ashley, it is over to you.
Okay. I would say Universal is dining in movies.
All right, everyone. See you next week.
That was another episode of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, the best and only podcast about Universal Orlando on the island. Check us out on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcasts, news, and articles, check out our blog at uuopodcast.com. Contact us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. Join the Producers Club by emailing us at uuopproducers@gmail.com. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Check out our friends, the Theme Park Duo, for all your other theme park news, and email Michelle at portkeyvacations.net to book your next trip. So until next time, this is Amity 6, Call Off the Marines, we're coming home.